Member for Flamborough-Glanbrook.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and I will be sharing my time this afternoon with my colleague, the member for Chatham-Kent-Leamington. And I'd like to take a few minutes to elaborate more about what our government actually plans to do, as outlined in this budget. This budget contains several measures that will be beneficial to all Ontarians. First of all, there's the CARE tax credit that will allow families to claim up to 75% of their children's childcare expenses. There's the new dental plan that will make it easier for low-income seniors to actually get access to dental care. There is the $400 million emissions reduction fund that will help to speed up the deployment of low-carbon solutions and encourage private sector investment in clean technology. But, Speaker, as a parliamentary assistant to the Minister of Economic Development, Job Creation and Trade, and as well as a member of the Standing Committee on Finance and Economic Affairs, I've heard one message come through loud and clear as I travel right across the province. Employers want to be able to expand their businesses here in Ontario and stay competitive with our neighbours south of the border. Our business owners are eager to do business in Ontario, but the conditions need to be right so that they can make safe, sound investments into their future. This budget contains several measures that support businesses and provide them with much-needed change after being ignored by the Liberal government for the past 15 years. One of these measures is the Ontario Job Creation Investment Incentive. This incentive parallels the immediate write-off measures and the accelerated investment incentive announced by the federal government last year. Under these measures, the purchase of manufacturing and processing machinery and equipment and specified clean energy equipment can be immediately written off. Also, most other capital investments are eligible for an accelerated investment incentive that provides a depreciation rate of up to 3 times the normal rate in the first year that the asset is put to use. These incentives provide an astounding $3.8 billion in tax relief over the next 6 years, including tax savings of $615 million in 2018, 2019, and over $1 billion in 2019-2020. I'm proud to be part of a government that is getting our province back on the right track towards fiscal responsibility while at the same time strengthening the economy and creating thousands of jobs. Mr. Speaker, the policies of this government are giving businesses and employers the confidence to invest in Ontario, policies aimed at reducing tax burdens or reducing layer upon layer of red tape. It's our goal to make Ontario open for business and open for jobs, and that has helped employers in this province create over 116,000 jobs since January and over 170,000 jobs since we were elected last June. These numbers are proof that our government is moving in the right direction when it comes to reviving Ontario's economy, and this is a record that my colleagues and I are very, very proud of. Mr. Speaker, let's remind Ontarians how this budget emphasizes fiscal responsibility while protecting what matters most. Let's begin with education. In recent weeks, our government gave more details on our record $24 billion investment as we modernize education funding for the 2019-2020 school year. Let's break this down a bit. As announced this past Friday, the Hamilton Public and Catholic boards have seen an increase in the amount of funding being allocated for special needs education and student transportation. Both boards combined will see almost $1.3 million more in funding for special education and over $1.2 million more for student transportation. Our government is making these vital investments to ensure that students can get to school safely and ensure that students requiring special education get the help they need to see success in the classroom. Speaker, our government's investments include $2.25 million to help school boards implement the new curriculum, including an improved career studies course. We are investing over $2 million in opportunities and culturally appropriate programs to support learning and help foster a greater sense of community for students in Ontario's French language education system. We are investing over $4 million in providing Indigenous students with more opportunities, including help with transitions into higher education or work, including in the skilled trades. We are investing $50 million in a 4-year math strategy to support students, boards, and educators to ensure that math scores actually improve. Our government is investing $34.5 million on mental health programming for students that require that extra support. We are investing $15.2 million for school staff to be trained in ABA and over $17 million to support students with special education needs, including pilot programs to improve supports for students with autism as well as other developmental disorders. We are investing $1.4 billion to repair and renew schools right across Ontario. We are also making an historic $1.6 billion investment in attrition protection to prevent school boards from laying off teachers. All in all, Mr. Speaker, our government is investing over $1,700 more in education, $700 million more in education this year compared to last. Speaker, we have seen through standardized test scores that the Liberals' Discovery Math program didn't work as math scores dropped right across Ontario. It's shameful that less than half of Ontario's grade 6 students are meeting provincial standards, and I'm glad that our government has taken steps to reverse this downward trend. It seems that the opposition have taken Discovery Math lessons as they see this $700 million investment, more dollars, increase as an actual funding cut. And Speaker, it's not just in education where opposition members are spinning this funding cut narrative. Our government is increasing spending in social services. We are investing nearly $1.5 billion more in health and long-term care. Base funding in the Ministry of Infrastructure is more than triple what it was last year. We are increasing spending in the Office of the Solicitor General by nearly $60 million. We are increasing base funding in transportation, total funding up over $500 million to get our province moving again. Speaker, these are significant investments to protect what matters most. Mr. Speaker, like hardworking Ontario families, our government realizes the importance of living within our means. That is why this budget delivers a measured, responsible approach to returning to fiscal balance within a realistic 5 years. Mr. Speaker, when the Liberals were in power, they were spending $40 million a day more than they were bringing in. It was simply unsustainable. This government is making smart investments, calculated decisions, moving the government into the 21st century and finding efficiencies where possible without putting frontline services in danger. Mr. Speaker, last year we campaigned on that promise. We pledged to find efficiencies that added up to 4 cents on the dollar. And, Mr. Speaker, that is exactly what we are doing. Mr. Speaker, we campaigned on ending hallway health care. We've pledged billions of dollars in hospital infrastructure, mental health, and are well underway to meeting our target of creating 15,000 long-term care beds. We said we would end the Liberal era of spend, 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 tax, tax, tax. We ended the job-killing carbon tax and have taken steps that have led to our government reducing the deficit by over $3 billion in just 10 months. Speaker, it's clear. While our government is busy working hard for all Ontarians to protect what matters most, the opposition is spending its time spreading misinformation about our government's policies. Mr. Speaker, this budget really does fulfill its title. It really does protect what matters most to Ontarians: publicly funded education, publicly funded health care, and so much more. Mr. Speaker, I will now be sharing my time with the member from Brantford Brant.